Hi guys, in this lecture you will be learning the random number generator, how to generate the random numbers like in the dice. When we use the dice, so it generate 1, 2, 3 or 6, but here I'm gonna generate the random numbers. You can generate the random numbers between 1 and 200, 1 and 5000, between 1 or maybe 10 million, 20 million, whatever you want, you can generate your random numbers. But here I'm going to show you a little example. First of all, we need to create an object of type random. Here is the random, and then we need to write the name of the variable. Here I'm gonna write rand. This is the name of the variable, or in the words object, and here I'm going to create the object of type random, and here it gives an error, import random java.util, and then here I'm gonna make the for loop. Here we need to write a variable. Here I'm gonna write int I is equal to 0. This loop is start from 0, it's less than 10. This loop will run 10 times, so it generate the 10 random numbers. Here I'm gonna increase this time by time, and then here is the parenthesis, and now what we need to do, we need to create the random numbers. Here I'm gonna write the rand and then the next int. Here it contained the random number of type int. Here in these parentheses we need to pass the limit of the random numbers. For example, if we want to generate the random numbers between the 1 and 200, so 200 is our limit, so the random number is not greater than the 200. So here I'm gonna write 6 because dice have the limit 6, and now it returns the random number every time. So here I'm gonna write int and num. I'm gonna save the random number which is generated by this statement is saved into the number, and then I'm gonna print it out on the screen. Here is the num. So now let's run it, and here you can see that the 10 random numbers are generated here. You can see that 0, 0, 3, 1, 4. So these are all the random numbers. Here you can see that random numbers are start from the 0 and go to the 5, because we have described the limit is 6, so it will generate the numbers from 0 to 5. It cannot generate the 6. But in the dice you can see that there is not 0, and another number in the dice is the 6. So what we need to do, just add 1 into the number, so it can generate the numbers greater than the 0. It start from the 1 and go to the 6. So now here I'm gonna extend this limit to the 200, so it will generate the random numbers between the 1 and the 200. Here you can see that it generate the 10 random numbers. If you want to increase the limits, it can generate 20 random numbers if we run the loop 20 times. Here you can see that it generates the 20 random numbers. So what is the algorithm? At the first, when in integer I is equal to 0, it can run the loop 0 less than 20. When the control is at this statement, this rand.nextInt generate the random number and then save it into the num and then print out, and then again loop is running and it generates the random number. So this is the way we can generate the random number. If you have any problem, so kindly add a discussion on Udemy. I will help you as much as I can. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video, that is about the exceptions, how to handle the exception, try catch, and the throws. That is another way of handling the exception, and I'm also gonna discuss the file reading, how to read a file.